Welcome back to The Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're looking at something that has completely revolutionized party entertainment. Seriously, if you think you know what to expect from your standard party inflatables, well, you might want to think again. The traditional backyard bounce house has seriously leveled up over the last few years. So today, we're going to explore the incredible evolution of modern inflatable obstacle courses. Okay, let's dive right into this. I want you to take a second and really think back. When was the last time you actually saw an inflatable obstacle course? You know, maybe it was several years ago at a school fair, complete with the smell of slightly burnt cotton candy lingering in the air. Keep that specific image in your head for just a moment, because what we're going to show you today is going to be quite a surprise. If your memory looks a lot like kids simply crawling through straightforward tunnels, kind of squeezing between a few basic pillars, and doing a quick flat dash to the finish line, well, you're firmly stuck in the past. Actually, scratch that, they were fun, for sure, but they were just one very specific type of attraction. Contrast that with today. Modern inflatable obstacle courses have evolved into these massive, colossal mega attractions. They literally combine the best features of multiple different inflatable rentals into one single unforgettable experience. So the crucial point is right here. Today's modern obstacle course is the ultimate combination rental. Back in the day, event planners and parents had to make a really tough choice, usually because of space or budget. You had to choose, right? Do we get a bounce house, a water slide, or an obstacle course? You couldn't have the whole shebang. Now, you get all three of those incredible features rolled into one single rental. It's an absolute game changer. Moving right along to Section 1, the all-in-one experience. Let's talk about getting multiple rentals in one. So instead of just jumping around, kids are actively scaling giant climbing walls. They're dodging pop-up obstacles, weaving through horizontal barriers, and tackling vertical challenges in dedicated racing lanes. And for those sweltering summer days, water slide options bring the whole thing to a totally new level. It's non-stop action, meaning your guests are entertained from the very second they step into the course all the way to the end. The fun really kicks off immediately with dedicated bounce house areas. Many of these modern courses start with a massive, highly spacious bouncing zone. Think of it like the perfect high-energy warm-up area. Kids can jump, laugh, and burn off that initial chaotic burst of party energy before they even head deeper into the actual course itself. And once they're thoroughly warmed up, boom, they hit the absolute heart of the experience, the obstacle course challenges. This is where participants really get to climb, crawl, dodge, and race each other to the finish line. And the best part? This friendly, high-energy competition is completely universal. Whether you're 6 years old or 60 years old, navigating these pop-ups brings out an ear-to-ear smile on absolutely everyone's face. Honestly, there's nothing quite like watching a 60-year-old totally wipe out trying to beat their grandchild in a foot race. And of course, we cannot forget the grand finale, the giant slides. After totally exhausting yourself conquering all those obstacles, the ultimate reward is waiting for you at the end of the course. It's a huge inflatable slide that literally sends racers flying toward the finish line. If you ask anyone who's been on one of these modern units, for a vast majority of guests, scaling that final wall and sliding down is their absolute favorite part of the entire experience. All right, on to Section 2, perfect for any event. Let's look at why this is such versatile entertainment. Now, a huge part of party planning is, dealing with the weather, which leads us to a massive advantage of modern inflatables, and a super important question for planners. Will you use it wet or dry? This introduces an extreme level of versatility that's incredibly relevant depending on your own dynamic local climate. And this brilliantly illustrates how these courses adapt to their environment. Let's specifically take a place like Arizona as our prime example here. Living in Arizona means every season is completely different. During the cooler Arizona months, these obstacle courses operate fantastically as a dry attraction. But when summer hits and temperatures climb into that brutal triple-digit heat, no problem. These exact same units can be converted just by adding water. They completely transform into a refreshing water attraction, combining the thrill of the race with the ultimate way to cool off. It makes them a spectacular choice pretty much year-round. If you're the one organizing the event, listen up, because this next point is perhaps the most important takeaway of the whole explainer: continuous value. With traditional, smaller inflatables, guests might spend just a few minutes bouncing before getting bored and wandering off to find something else to do. But not with these. These modern obstacle courses naturally encourage a continuous loop of activity. Players race, then they run right back to the start and race again, then they challenge someone completely new. Before you know it, everyone wants another turn, and the attraction is buzzing for hours on end, giving you unmatched value for your rental. Because they're so relentlessly engaging, they elevate an incredibly vast array of events. We're talking everything from standard backyard birthday parties and family reunions to massive corporate picnics and local fundraisers. And because they combine so many different activities into one massive structure, they genuinely appeal to kids, teens, and adults all at once. It really helps create an event that literally everyone in the community enjoys.
That brings us to Section 3, Renting Made Easy, a totally zero-stress process. Let's move to and see how this builds. When you work with professional outfits like A Perfect Party Rental, their experienced team handles all the heavy lifting in 4 really simple steps. Step 1, they deliver the inflatable right to your location. Step 2, they professionally set it up and ensure it's secured safely to the ground. Step 3, and this is absolutely crucial for peace of mind, they thoroughly inspect and sanitize the equipment right before use, so you know your guests are playing on professionally prepared gear. And finally, Step 4, they return right after the event for a quick takedown and pickup. Easy, right?
Oh, and you don't have to worry about your yard size or budget holding you back either. Because no two parties are exactly alike, there are countless specific configurations available to you. Whether you need a compact backyard course, a giant dueling racer, a visually stunning tropical-themed adventure, a modular setup that you can customize to your specific dimensions, or just a massive show-stopping festival attraction, there is a specific unit designed perfectly for your exact age group and budget. So whether you've got a sprawling corporate campus or just a standard suburban backyard, you aren't boxed out of the fun. Exploring these industry trends is super fascinating. And for those of you tuning in from Arizona, A Perfect Party Rental perfectly exemplifies this modern approach and specifically serves the East Valley. So if you're located in Gilbert, Mesa, Chandler, Tempe, Scottsdale, Phoenix, Queen Creek, Paradise Valley, or any of the surrounding areas, local, highly professional help is right there in your backyard. They are ready to recommend the very best fit for your celebration.
Now what's really interesting about this slide is it's not just a phone number, it's a direct line to making your next event completely unforgettable. If you're in those East Valley areas we just mentioned, you can call A Perfect Party Rental directly at 480-255-5591. Their friendly team is standing by to help you browse their complete selection and compare options based on your exact needs.
So to wrap things up, modern inflatable obstacle courses are clearly no longer just those straightforward little tunnels we used to know. They're bounce houses, climbing adventures, intense racing challenges, and thrilling water slides all rolled up into one massive, unforgettable rental. So the question is, are you ready to build your best party yet with the ultimate combination rental? It is definitely time to ditch the old party norms and step into the new era of backyard entertainment. Next time you plan an event, ask yourself, why settle for just a bounce house when you can literally have the whole adventure? Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer today, and as always, keep learning out there.